AVC Friday night, John here. A rarity. 2 Friday nights on the bounce for me, this is. Find myself at home alone. No need to panic about that, by the way. But I thought I'd take the opportunity to highlight a couple of box sets that I've acquired in the last week, and then just talk to you about the great record ReOrganisation, which I think I might have referred to on Facebook maybe last week. Anyway, it's not a secret, I've mentioned it before. I'm working away in the week, and I've really had a frustrating week because I've had this particular box set sitting on the back seat of my car all week, sort of taunting me because I've not been able to listen to it. I actually bought it from it's an import it's from the States, but I thought it was an absolute bargain because it was about £20, and including the postage, whereas if I was to buy it from Amazon in this country, it would be well, it's at least 42. There's a bit of a sting in the tail because as you'll be aware, we have import duties and we've got import VAT. Now, it was under the threshold for import duty, but it wasn't under the threshold for import VAT, which is at 20%. Having said that, it's only £4, so you know, £24 is still well in. What has really irritated me is that our great British Post Office added on a handling fee. Unbelievable. And that handling fee was £8. I mean, how much does it cost to take £4 off somebody to collect it from the post office? This country has just turned into a overly taxed and full of petty bureaucrats, but that's maybe a different type of video. Anyway, this is the box set. It's Bob Marley and the Wailers, Live Forever, and it's the actual concert footage of his last ever concert on September the 23rd, 1980 at the Stanley Theatre in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And I'm not a big fan of live albums. I don't know why, they just don't grab me. Having said that, there's one or two that I do love. I love Live in Leeds. I've got a brilliant copy of that, one of the most exciting live albums ever. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, Live in New York, fantastic album. But this, it's actually 3 vinyl albums, and it's like a book. I did take it away with me because I intended reading it, but I just haven't got around to even reading the inserts. But it's got a really nice colour booklet and 3 180-gram vinyl albums, and 2 CDs. So it's really versatile, but I just thought it was such a nice thing to have. And the great thing about it is it was recorded off the mixing desk, and it says on the original reel-to-reel, but the quality is absolutely outstanding. You have none of those faults or flaws that you often have with even the crowd. It's sort of in the background. It's just pure Marley and the Wailers, again, I'm not a massive Bob Marley fan, but this is just a brilliant package. So I'm going to enjoy listening to that over the weekend. I think in the background you can probably hear Mike Oldfield, Tubular Bells. I did see on Facebook somebody was talking about the first 3 albums. I think somebody was being a bit derogatory about them, but this is a really good album. But I like Hergis Ridge better, but I thought I'd just put this one on. So this is a really lavish, lovely, it's not a box set as such, but you know what I mean. It's a box package, but not an unreasonable price. And then the second box set that I want to refer to is probably about as far from this as you can possibly get. And it's this. I was watching Brett, Life on This Planet blog, and he was showing a single. Well, I thought it was a single anyway, and it was by a friend of his. I think she's called Jen. Had sent it in. It's a limited edition, and it was her band's first single, I think, or one of the first things they produced. But anyway, it's a band called Vela, and as Brett showed it, I just thought, oh, what a great package that is for a new band to put together, and I must have one. And it was a limited edition of 100, and I think Brett had got something like, I don't know, 20 odd. So I was thinking, oh, I'll just try and get one before they all sell out. Anyway, I ordered it online and it came, and I've got 39 of 100. Now, the actual song is called Skeleton House, and I've put it into this because just to protect it, but it's not. I think they're classing it as a mini album because it's actually 33, and 33 and a third rather than 45 RPM. And there's only 2 songs out. There's that, and then there's I don't know whether it's classed as the B-side or not. I'm assuming it's the B-side, but the art was just brilliant. It's called Rose Wave, and there's a great little house in there. And then there's what I can only describe as a spell, and there's a piece of chalk and a pin and a key, and you're supposed to draw a door and then say the spell, and that opens into somewhere. Well, I'm not going to do it because I'm in the house on my own, and I don't want to end up like that guy on Angie Baby, you know, the one that's Helen Reddy's song where he disappears. If you know what I'm talking about, you're too old. But this is just a fantastic little package, and it was a really great price. If it wasn't for the you know, the postage, which I understand it's got to be paid, it would have been an absolute bargain. And for the music itself, I don't like drawing comparisons because it sounds like they're copyists, but it sounds a bit like, for me there's a bit of Cocktails there and a bit of Harriet Wheeler from the Sundays, and I sort of draw that distinction more for you to, if you like those bands you'll love this. And the only disappointment when I listen to this, I've listened to Skeleton House now, must be 4 or 5 times over and over again, and I just wish there was an album to listen to because I just loved listening to it. And it's in this little box, great little box, which I think is like a recycled material. It's just one of those things that, you know, if this band ever became like a stadium band, this would be worth a lot of money anyway. I never want to sell it. It's fantastic. So that is the end of what I've got to show vinyl. The next thing I want to show you is what I'm going to be doing this weekend. So this is sort of the start of the great record reorganisation, and I'll show you what I mean now. Okay folks, you know that not long ago I rearranged this room and got all my records on one side, but I'm one of these people, I don't like them when they're all really tightly packed, and in fact I've been known to walk away from certain dealers when they've just got too many records packed in. And the most recent addition to the racks was the one on the end, which I got off eBay and was a bit of a bargain, but it doesn't fit in, and I've not been happy with it, to be honest, because it doesn't have any spacers between the enough spacers, so the records either fall one way or the other. So today I had delivered this, a new rack, and what I'm going to do is, this is a firm called, I can't remember what they're called, Displays International now. I'll put a link on, because these are bespoke, these are made to order, and they are, well, they're not cheap, put it that way. I don't want to be saying how much they are, it's up to you. If you want to find out, that's up to you. But the reality is you've got to build them over. I've built this up, buying them one at a time. Oh, we're talking about animals recently. Matty, Matty. Hello, hello. It's turned into a pet thread. It's turned into a pet thread. Hey, hey. So what I'm going to do is, most of my records are in alphabetical order, although I've got like soundtracks down there, etc. And this weekend I've got to get them all off, take out the end rack, put this one into there, and then put all the records back on. Now, as vinyl collectors, you'll know, VC, that is a dirty job. It means I've got to go through all my records. It means I've got to look at them a lot. It means I'm going to be taking ones out that I've not seen for a while and playing them. Yeah. Luckily I've devoted 48 hours to the job. It also means that all this stuff on the floor is going to be packed away, and it's going to be nice and tidy again, so I'm sure my wife, when she gets back from London tomorrow, is going to be quite happy about that. I just got New Gold Dream out this afternoon because I saw it on Lazarus as a video. I just love the album as well, so I've been listening to that this afternoon. Then what I'm going to do with the end rack, it's going to go over to the other side of the room. And what's going to happen is that I've been sort of building up the I already have the system set out, but I've been about a few extras, like just move this tripod that I've been using out of the way. But you know, I recently acquired the 8-track, and I also got a reel-to-reel, same model that Harry's got. So I want the old rack that doesn't match is going to go over there, and all that's going to go on. So hopefully everything will be tidy, and then all these CDs again, I need to just do a bit of filing and get those out of the way. So effectively in this room I'll have 2 systems, one with sort of the older 70s kit, and one with my sort of more reference stuff, if you like. So that really is part 1 of the great record reorganisation, and I'll let you know how I get on with that. So that's me on a Friday night VC. I think I'm going to listen to Vela a little bit more. So thanks to Brett. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to order Brett's CD as well, the band order. The reason why I was so quick off the mark to order this was that I just did not want it to be snapped up. So I would urge I've put a posting on Facebook today because I just really want people to support this band, because I just think they are really good. So for the rest of my night, I'm going to put, I've got, you know, last week sort of let myself down a bit by showing a bottle of wine. This week it's a bottle of Montepulciano, which is an Italian wine, red, and I'm going to polish that off over the course of this evening. So have a good Friday VC, and I'll let you know how I get on with the record reorganisation. Take care.